let's not fucking forget just the other day, right? When Donald Trump was questioned by a reporter, hey, do you think it's appropriate to kind of lower the flags for Charlie Kirk? And, you know, really, you said absolutely nothing. And we lowered no flags for the, you know, Democratic representative, Melissa Hortman, that was brutally murdered by one of your supporters that had an active fucking hit list that he was working through. And Donald Trump's response is, I'm not familiar. Who? Like, what? Excuse you? I'm sorry. Like, is that not like the best representation of how ignorant these people are and how they only care when it's politically expedient for themselves? Because I don't remember any, huge press going on and push for the flags to be lowered nationally to have staff after one of our representatives, our politicians in this country, was brutally assassinated. And again, not to mention, I don't know if we'll get to the rest of that clip there from Eddie because it's about 4 minutes long. I know he probably does get to it in there, but I don't want to take up too much time because I don't know we don't have a ton. But basically, Jamie makes a good point here where, guess what? If you look at the majority of the political violence and the unrest, the unrest from the citizens and the citizenry that has taken place over the last, I don't know, 2 or 3, it's the majority have happened under Donald Trump's leadership. Like under Donald Trump's watch, Donald Trump has seen more violence and public unrest under his watch than any time in the last fucking in recent memory, than any president in recent memory. And there's a whole host of things in examples that you could give. January 6th obviously being the most prominent one that will come to everybody's mind, right? The George Floyd protests. And it's like, it makes sense for us to continuously point out the actual facts of the matter, the actual statistics, the actual reality that we live in, and not be continuously blindsided and whitewashed with this bullshit saying that the violence is coming from the left when we seem to be the most level-headed motherfuckers on here, saying, hey, we can actively call out the egregious nature of this violence and say that it gets us absolutely nowhere and it actually moves us further backwards than anything, right? And this should take place in no civilized society. But we can also fucking live in reality and say, hey, these are the things that this guy aspired to. These are the things that the rhetoric that this guy used to say. This is the things that this guy used to promote. Like, two things can be true at the same time. We can call out the egregious nature of what happened, rightfully so, while also pointing out the reality that led us to this moment.